Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hi, my name's Jakara. And today I thought I'd do something a little different, a different video. We're going to do the 25 facts about me since I have a few new subscribers and I just wanted to reintroduce myself and I just thought it would be something fun to do. So if you want to learn more about me and why I started this channel, stay tuned.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly, look in my eyes.
Okay, so yes, I've gained over, I would say, 100 subscribers. Oh, God, I can't talk. Subscribers in the last year or so, and I thought, hey, I know I share a lot of my life on this channel, but I don't know if the newer subscribers know kind of like my background and things. So I thought it would be fun to just kind of reintroduce myself, kind of explain why I started this channel, and get into some fun facts. And in the meantime, I'm going to be putting on makeup because I'm going to be filming another video right after this. And I haven't worn makeup in so long. I actually started this channel more like a makeup channel, more makeup, beauty. That's when the beauty gurus were really popular. I started this channel in 2014, so it's been almost 10 years that I've been on YouTube. Some years are more consistent than others, and I've gone through a few different iterations of my personality. Well, I should say my personality, my physical being. I mean, I was a bodybuilder, and I have videos about my bodybuilding and all that on here, and my whole experience with that. I went through a whole thing where I had to have surgery, and I got really sick, and that whole transition. I used to live in New Jersey. I am from Chicago, born and raised, and I moved to New Jersey, and then I moved back to Chicago since I started this video. I mean, started this channel, and so there's been a lot of things that have happened over the 10 years now. This might be a long one, so grab a snack, grab a cup of tea or some coffee, and let's get to it. So, just some basic facts before I get into the questions. I am, like I said, born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. I'm 53 years old, about to turn 54 in December. I've had this channel for almost 10 years. I started it as a way to have an outlet, a creative outlet for myself. For those of you who don't know, I am a physician. I actually Yeah, I started a previous channel that was more about my ballroom dancing experience because I ballroom danced for about 12 years. I still consider myself a ballroom dancer, but I haven't done it in a couple of years, if you understand. I just needed something creative because I am an artist at heart, and we'll get into that later on. Uh, and I focused mostly on like beauty and makeup and things like that in the beginning, and then it went into like fitness and all of that. And the latest iteration of the channel is me doing some fashion, some DIY home product projects, and then travel. And I've tried to incorporate travel over the last few years because it is one of my biggest passions. And so I have a daughter who is an adult who's 30 years old. I have two dogs, two cats, and I mentioned a few of my interests, like I said, travel and dancing and things like that. So those are like the basic things about me. um, and so let's get into the questions, and then we'll get on with my making up my face because I haven't done makeup in so long, you guys. Usually I just put a little lip gloss on and I'm ready to go. But I just thought it would be fun since I haven't done it in a long time and kind of bring me back to my roots. I'm not going to tell you the products because this is not a beauty tutorial. But I do need my glasses because the eyes have gotten old. and I have to read the question. So let's see. Number one, question number one: where would you go if you could travel anywhere right now? Okay, so anywhere on Earth, because if I could travel somewhere, it wouldn't be on Earth. But anyway, I know that sounds weird, but I won't get into it. I would be in my apartment in France. In fact, I'm going there next week and working on my apartment. I do have some DIY home project videos for my apartment in France here on the channel. If you haven't checked those out, I'll link them up above on the iCard. You can check those out. So I'm going to be doing some more of that when I get there. So yeah, that's like my happy place. That's the place that I go to have peace and quiet and just enjoy life and recenter myself. And yeah, it's just my happy place. I mean, for lack of a better, explanation. So that's where I would go. Uh, Number two, the things you're allergic to. Well, I am allergic to a lot of foods. I shouldn't say a lot of foods. And it's more, some of it is just intolerance. Some of it is an actual kind of like allergic reaction. Like, for instance, strawberries. They don't cause me to have like anaphylaxis or like difficulty breathing or swelling or anything like that, but it does cause me to have like itching, severe itching, and I have to limit. Like, I can have a handful of them and be okay, but if I eat more than a handful, I'm gonna have like full on like body itching. The other thing is milk. Now, I am lactose intolerant, but I still eat cheese. Okay, so take that with a grain of salt. Um, but milk itself, if I drink, I can have maybe a little bit like milk in my tea or milk in my coffee or something like that. But if I have like a whole cup of milk, I will wake up in a full asthma attack. I will just start wheezing and, try to limit, anything that's going to have like a lot of milk or something in it. But like I said, I'm a sucker for cheese. I love cheese, like fromage, all the cheeses in France. I mean, I just eat them all up. and I don't have any reaction to cheese that way. So that's the great thing about it. Um, see, what's the next question? Whew, I need my glasses. My favorite type of food. My favorite type of food. Oh, goodness. Well, I love Italian food, but here's the rub. Here's the rub. I love Italian food, but like pizza. Well, pizza, if you want to consider that Italian, But like pasta and stuff like that. But pasta is not good for my digestive system. I think I'm gluten intolerant. I think that's the proper um, terminology for that. It really messes with my system. And so I try not to eat pasta, even though I love it. I love those carbs, right? And I don't know what other favorite type of food. I love sushi. Like, not all sushi. Like, I love maki rolls, most maki rolls, and I love nigiri. But I usually stick to like the yellowtail and the salmon and things like that. I don't. I've tried some of the other things like sea urchin and all that, but I didn't like that at all. Yeah, my favorite maki rolls are actually just the Philadelphia rolls or the California rolls. But yeah, I can eat sushi like every day. Yeah. Oh, and I love anything like lemon flavored. I love lemon flavored stuff. I put lemon in my tea all the time. All right. So, favorite ice cream. Favorite ice cream is pistachio almond, and in fact, I love the Ben and Jerry's pistachio. That's like my favorite ice cream. If I'm going to buy it from the store, I usually try to grab like 2 pints of it. And yes, it is made of milk. And yes, I have to be careful. But again, for some reason, it doesn't cause that shortness of breath or the wheezing that I get from just plain milk. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because it's mixed with other things like sugar and stuff. But yeah, I love pistachio ice cream. I don't eat it that often, but when I eat it, I have a whole pint of Ben and Jerry's by myself. All right, so what's the next question? My go-to cocktail order. Okay. So I'm very partial to gin. I love gin. Um, I usually will do a gin and grapefruit or a gin and pineapple or a gin and orange juice or some type of citrus type juice and gin. Those are my go-tos. Now, if I can't have that, I will do something with vodka. So it would be vodka and juice of some sort. And if I can't have that, or when I'm kind of done with that, I'll drink like wine or tequila. I love tequila mixed with fruit juice. If I'm just gonna do like a cocktail, it will be something like gin and juice. I know that's very hood of me, right? But hey, I like it. I enjoy it. And it gets the job done if you want to feel a little happy real quick, right? Okay, so the next question, number 6. The last song you played on Spotify. Okay, so I did download Spotify, but I couldn't tell you the last thing I listened to on there. I'm just like, I don't know. I actually deleted it off my phone because I never went to it. I never, you know, tried it really as a I never used the app that often. And so it was just a waste of space on my phone. It's taking a space where I can use video storage for. And so I was like, get rid of it. Now, if you want to ask me the last album or the last music I played on my own, it would be Beyonce's Renaissance album. I play it; it's on repeat. And if you watched my Renaissance video or my video where I went to St. Louis to go watch the like Beyonce in concert, then you'll understand why. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up here somewhere too. That type of music is probably the type of music that I listen to most, like dance, poppy, um, not so much club, but anything I could dance or bop to, I'm there anytime. As long as it has good lyrics and isn't misogynistic in any way. Anyway, next question, number 7. Otherwise, we'll be here forever. Uh, my guilty pleasure TV show. I don't really watch a whole lot of TV. I don't. I mean, I watch like Netflix shows sometimes, and if there's a specific TV show that I enjoy on like a streaming service, I'll watch it. Like for instance, the last TV show I watched was like series was and just like that because I'm a huge Sex and the City fan. If you haven't figured out, I mean, with my wardrobe and everything, but yeah, I a huge Sex and the City fan, and I know a lot of people give that show a lot of crap and say it's not good or whatever. I just take it for what it is. I enjoy the characters. I enjoy the show. So I watched that and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think I watched The Witcher on Netflix. That's the other TV show I watched recently that I love. Oh, I watched, and I don't know if these are like guilty pleasures because I gave up trash TV like 10 years ago. No, more than that, like 15 years ago. I don't watch trash TV. It just makes me sad when I watch people fighting on, in like supposed real life fighting in these reality shows and stuff. I can't stand that. It triggers me because of some things in my childhood. Ugh, I can't be around people who are arguing, and I don't want to watch people argue either. Or fight. So yeah, I don't know if that all is considered. I watch a lot of YouTube, really, more than anything, and most of the videos I watch on YouTube are either going to be like some fashion people because I love fashion. travel vlogs. Sometimes I watch a lot of artist content, people who are artists, and we'll get into why that is later. But yeah, no real guilty pleasure. I don't think those are guilty pleasures. I think those are pleasures. Okay, next question. What Oh, the languages that you are fluent in. English. Now, I am studying French, so I do enjoy learning French, and but it's just difficult at my age to try to pick up a new language. I had been studying Spanish. I think I'm at intermediate level for Spanish. Like I can understand about 70% of what I hear. I can speak about like 40% fluent in Spanish. When I was in like middle school, I was studying Arabic because I was raised as a Muslim, and I went to Muslim school. And so part of our curriculum included Arabic. And we learned to like speak and write and learn prayers and things like that related to religious things. And so I know some Arabic, not a whole lot, but some. Anyway, next question. A strange talent that you have. Well, I don't know if it's strange, but uh I'm not gonna go out of my way and say I'm psychic or anything like that because I'm not really, not in the truest sense of like I can't sit down and just tell you about your life and what's going to happen to you or whatever. But I do have some abilities, and I just have a knowing about things. I know things about people. I don't know how I know them. I don't know if it's because I'm really super empathetic and I can feel things from a person just being in their presence. I have prophetic dreams. So I'll have dreams about a person and something that might happen, and it usually comes true. What else? I used to have a photographic memory, and to some extent I still do. Like I can, for instance, read this page. I used to be able to read the page and automatically my brain would be able to memorize it, and I could repeat back to you, okay, on the second line it says this, and this. Now, since I had my daughter 30 years ago, that ability has gradually gone down and declined. And I think with the stress of my job and everything, my memory has definitely waned over the years. But I would say those are like, if you want to call them strange, strange abilities. Anyway, the next one, oh, the names of my pets. So that's easy. So I have 2 dogs, 2 cats, or 4 animals. I used to have 5. I used to have 3 cats and 2 dogs. So my Rottweiler, his name is Junior. My my Yorkshire Terrier, you've seen him probably on the videos too. His name is Pepino. My 2 cats, there's Walter, and then there's Griffin. The next question is question number 11. The best place I've ever been to, and it says your travels are something you can always use. Is fun. Facts. So let's see. The best place I've ever been to. Oh gosh, there've been so many good places. I should be working on my face. Um. Anyway, there's been a few places. Now, I would say probably the most beautiful places I've ever been. There's a tie. It's a tie between Costa Rica and Hawaii. Those are two because of the lush green and the just nature, the beauty of the nature is just like unparalleled. I'm telling you, it's so beautiful. But then also in southern France, where my home is, there it's really beautiful too because you can see like the Pyrenees mountains in the background, and just I don't know, like every time I go there, it kind of takes my breath away, just the way the scenery is and the vineyards and all that. The most beautiful places on earth that I've been to personally are Costa Rica and Hawaii. The most fun places, I mean, that's just generally wherever I go. And I would say France, Paris, France, and just the south of France where I go. I have a lot of fun. I'm at peace there and I just love it. So, let's see. The next question, number 12, is what you wanted. Sorry, guys, my battery died, so I had to plug my camera up. So anyway, what I was saying, question number 12 was, what did I want to be when I grew up? There were two things I wanted to be. One was a physician, which is what I am. And so that came true. The other thing was I wanted to be an international superstar. I wanted to be like Michael Jackson or like, I don't know, Whitney Houston or something, like I wanted to be this big, famous performer, because I do love to perform. Like I said, I used to dance and perform dancing, and I sang not professionally, but in choirs and in performances, and I used to act and things like that. So anyway, that's what I wanted to do. And I was like, well, if I can't do that, I'll be a doctor. So here I am as a doctor, right? But I think also deep down inside, I wanted to be like, I jokingly said international superstar, but what I really meant was an artist. I wanted to be an artist, which kind of comes to something I was talking about earlier I wanted to address. I am actually making my transition to an art career, and I am so excited about it. And I feel like because this channel has been my creative outlet for so long, that I kind of put to the side like other things that I like to do. Like I love to paint, I love to draw, I love to sculpt, I love to weave, even do weaving and ceramics and things like that. So anything that's creative, I love. And so I have recently just been doing more of that, which is so fun, which is another reason why I stopped working so much, is because I wanted to tap back into that creativity. And I love it so much. And I'm always known this, even since I was like little. Before I even knew what I really wanted to be, I knew I loved art. I knew I loved to draw. I knew that I could be making an art piece of some kind and be working at it for hours and hours, and time would fly by. I would be in like my mental and spiritual happy place. And now that I've kind of revisited that, that's what I want to be doing for the rest of my life. I really do. So I'm working on developing that, and let me just make sure I don't want to do anything else with these eyes. Yeah, I've decided that that's going to be my next career. In fact, I've already started working on the plans to get that going, and I've actually started a new art channel called Chenille au Papillon. So if you want to check that out, there's no videos on there now, but I will be uploading one soon, within the next few days of you seeing this video. There will be an art video there, and I'll link the channel below in my description box. Excuse me, I feel like I'm gonna excuse me. Anyway, that's what I want to be now when I grow up. Because aren't we always growing, right? Always growing. Anyway, the next question, let's see if I can find question number 13. I know I'm going slow. I'm gonna try to speed it up now, you guys. I've been talking a lot. So question number 13, my nickname. I have two. Jack, the first three letters of my name, Jac, Jack, and JC. Only one person calls me JC. That's my mom. So if you're not my mom, you cannot call me JC. Period. I'm sorry. Jack is a family member. Usually call me that, but only certain family members. So if you're not one of those certain family members, I don't really like being called by my nicknames. If you're not those people, so I prefer to just go by Jakara. Just call me Jakara. And if you're in the professional setting and we're at work, call me Dr. Kelly. Period. Next question is question 14. The number one item on your bucket list. Oh gosh. The number one item on my bucket list is to retire from medicine and start my art business and become an artist and become a professional artist. That's the number one thing on my list right now. I'll leave it at that. The next question is, what would you pick if you won a sweepstakes that gave you lifetime supply of anything you wanted? Oh gosh. Wow. That's a question. Lifetime supply. Oh God. I would say a lifetime supply of, if it's a particular item, probably travel passes or plane tickets, something like that. Like free travel. That's what I would pick. Like a free plane ticket anywhere in the world, anytime. That's what I would want. Okay, number 16, a funny memory from your childhood. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll tell you a funny one. This is related to my dance obsession. And I started dancing when I was like 4. And the first type of dance I learned was the African type dances. I used to go to this after school program that my mom actually ran. And so we would go there and learn different, and it was like a community center type thing. And we would learn different things. And one of the things was we learned how to dance these African style dances. Once we learned them, we put on a show. So we invited our friends and family, and we're going to do this recital type thing. And we're going to show off what we learned. And I love to dance. Like, it's my first love. Dancing is my first love. And we were in the performance doing it, and we were like in the middle of the performance, and I had this African like cloth or fabric wrapped around me, like in a traditional way, and then like a head thing that was like a traditional head wrap, African head wrap. And I was going at it. I was really going at it. And I don't know, I guess I was just so into it that I didn't notice that the fabric thing that was wrapped around me fell off. Like, at all, I was standing on stage or dancing on stage in my underwear, like just in my panties. Like, I was a little girl, I was like 4 or 5. And so all I had on was my little and I just going, and the thing fell off, and I'm just like, and then people are like, and they were like so shocked, and they were kind of, I don't know if they were yelling or just trying to tell somebody to come get me, that I was kind of naked on stage or whatever. And I wasn't noticing I was naked. I was a little girl. I didn't care. I was just having fun dancing. And so the next thing I know, I was so into this dance, I didn't realize the thing fell off. I didn't realize I was standing there with just my underwear on. Somebody swooped me up. I think it was a cousin of mine or something, swooped me up off the stage and took me to the back of the stage. They were like, "Girl, you didn't have no clothes on." I was like, "I did." I was oblivious, totally oblivious to what was going on, because I was in the zone with my dancing, and I was just loving, and I thought all the commotion was because I was doing so well on stage. I thought people were like wowed by my talent. No. And then when I came backstage, I mean, I'm literally like 4 years old. I'm like, I have no shame. I don't care. Like, I was like, oh well. But everybody else just thought it was so funny that I was dancing with no clothes on stage and that I was so oblivious. So that's my funny childhood memory. So we are now on question 17. Your goal for the year. And okay, going back to what I said, my goal or my number one bucket list thing is to get my art business started and to actually start making money with my art business. But I also have a goal to make this channel be profitable, like in the sense that I would like to monetize this channel. I would like to have more subscribers and do more content because I love content creation. Like I said, anything creative, I'm there. I'm fully there. I love it. And those are like my goals. I want to make this a successful channel. I want my art channel to be successful, and I want my art business to be successful. So success means different things to different people. For me, it means, being able to support myself financially through my creative things, through my channel, through my art, especially through my art. Like, I really would like to be able to pay my bills with the art that I produce. So yeah, that is that question. Number 18, the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you. Well, I think I just told you. But the thing is, I wasn't embarrassed. I wasn't embarrassed at all. So I'm trying to think of another I don't get embarrassed like that anymore. Like, I can't even think of anything that really I feel truly embarrassed about. No, I'm gonna skip that question because I don't hold embarrassment like that and shame and all that. I don't do that. So question number 18. That was question number 18, sorry. Number 19, what were you known for in high school? Okay. I was known to be very quiet. I was known to be just like a quiet student, I wasn't very popular. I had a very small group of friends, and I didn't even make friends with them until like middle of my freshman year, or even my sophomore year. So I was very lonely, and it was very difficult for me. I was 12 when I went to high school because I had skipped a grade and I started school early. So I was younger than everybody else, and so it was hard for me to relate to like teenager-y things because I was 12 years old. And I mean, some of it I could relate to, but I wasn't into dating or boy crushes and all that, and gossip and high school drama. Like, I didn't care about any of that stuff. And thank God the people that I became friends with, we were called the J Crew because it was all the J, all of our names started with J. And I'm so glad they took me in as their friend because I was just kind of a lonely only at school, and I stuck to myself, and I still am like that. I'm very much an introvert, and in fact, I I almost won the quietest person in the class in our graduating year when we, how they do the, most likely to succeed, most whatever. I almost won that, but my friend Carissa, she won the most quiet because she was definitely more quiet than I was, but she beat me for that one. Unfortunately, the title I won was Most Unusual Smile. Yeah, Most Unusual Smile. I didn't even understand what that was about. I mean, I tried to take it in stride, but it felt really like an insult to me, like they were making fun of me and making fun of my smile. Because at the time I had like a huge gap in my teeth, and I was very self-conscious about that, and very self-conscious about it. And so the fact that they voted me most unusual smile, that just kind of like reinforced that I had an ugly smile. I did a whole video about my smile. I'll link it in the iCards if you haven't seen it. Yeah, I was very sensitive about that, and yet they felt the need to vote me as most unusual smile, and it really hurt my feelings. To this day, I'm just like, why would you do that? And I try not to make a big deal about it. They made us take pictures for the yearbook for this, okay? Okay? It's crazy. I was like, what? What? Why couldn't I get like, happiest person in the class, or something positive? It didn't vote as a positive thing. It was just like kind of like a backhand, oh, not even a backhand insult. It was just a straight up insult to me. I saw it as an insult. I don't know what they thought. Like I said, maybe it was just a way to make fun of me. And they had a dude that in our class that was voted most unusual smile. So it's a girl and a guy for each category. Anyway, I'll get off of that. Question number 20. The career almost ended up pursuing. That's an artist, and I will be pursuing that now. Question 21. The instruments that you know how to play. So I play instruments by ear. So if I hear music, I can replicate the music on an instrument. It doesn't matter what the instrument is. And I learned clarinet when I was younger, up to a certain extent. Then I couldn't afford the lesson. We couldn't afford the lessons anymore. But then I would just try to self-teach myself. And I taught myself a lot on the clarinet. And it's all by ear. On the piano, I taught myself a lot on the piano as well. So, am I proficient at either one of those? No. Guitar, that was the other one. I taught myself how to play guitar. But yeah, I can pick at it. Like I said, I can pick a tune. I can figure it out, and just by listening to the notes and figuring out the notes of the song and replicating on the instrument. My biggest fear is that I will not fulfill my purpose here on earth, that I will leave this earth and waste the time that I have here, waste my talents, waste that I will not live up to the true purpose I have here in this on this earth. And I feel like my purpose is to heal through art, and to love people and learn to love those we disagree with, and bring as much joy and love as possible. So that is the thing. And if I died today and I didn't pursue art and try to heal and create beauty through art, I would be very sad. I would be very, very sad, which is why I'm starting my art career. Okay, question number 23. My weirdest secret hobby. Weirdest secret hobby. I don't know that I have a secret hobby. All my hobbies are pretty much out in the open. I'm pretty much an open book. I don't have secrets like that. Like, I don't live like that. I live pretty much out loud, and I'm unapologetic about the way I live and who I am and my personality. I don't see any reason to do anything in secret. that I can't do in the daylight. And I'm like, secret hobby. I mean, do they even give examples? Uh, no, they don't. But yeah, I don't subscribe to secret hobbies. Whatever. I mean, there are things that I'm not gonna broadcast about my personality, things that I like, but I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I'm not ashamed of them. All right. And then question 24, the celebrity you'd most want to take on a date. Oh God. Okay. So I have a few celebrity crushes, and I have dreams about a specific celebrity like all the time, which is crazy because I mean, I never used to even be into that person. And you're gonna laugh when you hear this. So the celebrity crush that I have, and it's Brad Pitt. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I don't know. I mean, I know he's a handsome man, like for sure, and he's a great actor. Like I think he's talented. Actually, when he was at the height of his, like, you know, women fawning themselves all over him, I was just kind of like, you know. And then I think I saw him in Fight Club. Fight Club, yeah, yeah. And then that was actually the first time I actually saw him like as a physical, like physically handsome and like, oh, oh, and a lot of charisma, you know. I don't know the man, right? I don't know the man. I just know that I keep dreaming about him. And I'm like, why is he in my dream all the time? Like, I think I've had about, I'm gonna say, at least 10 times I've had dreams about him. And it's not like I see him and I'm like, oh my God. No, 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 no. There is one person that I definitely, you know, I mean, like I said, Brad Pitt, I would go out on a date with him. I would. But Colin Firth, if you know him, he was in The King's Speech. He won an Oscar for that. He was in Kingsman. He was Mr. Darcy in the old version of Pride and Prejudice. So yeah, I love him. I always call him my husband. Any other celebrity crushes? Not really. Not really. I love me some Colin Firth though. I ain't gonna lie. And like I said, Brad Pitt. Take that as you will. And then the last question is the first thing you'd buy if you won the lottery. Oh, there's some debts that I just would pay off. And if you don't know, going to medical school is very, very expensive. And if I had to do it all over again, I don't know that I would have done it. However, it has afforded me a lot of, you know, nice things in life. And it has definitely given me some privileges that I would have never had before. I've met some people that have just been really key people in my life that have been really good friends. And so those experiences I wouldn't want to take away, but there was a lot of trauma for me associated with going to medical school. I know I'm getting deep about a lottery question. I'm sorry, I'm getting to the point. But I would definitely pay off that debt. I would definitely pay off debts of my family members, my closest family member. I'm not going to pay everybody's bills, okay? But like my closest family members. I would buy houses in a few different countries because I like to travel and I want to be comfortable in my own house when I get there. Which is why I go to France and I have a home in France because I love it there. I probably buy a new car. My car is like, it's a 2010. So it's getting to be 14 years old. So it's getting up there. I love my car, but Yeah, I don't know how much longer it's gonna run. Well, I'm just gonna ride it till the wheels fall off, to be honest with you. I would probably buy a home for my daughter, so she could have her own place and not be worried about, paying rent and stuff like that. And I would, get a private nurse for my mom who's elderly and very, very sickly. She's a sickly person. I would help my brother, get established and, have a place that he's comfortable at. And yeah, I just would try to help out as many loved ones as possible. Material things for me, like, they're nice, don't get me wrong. I've done many videos on this channel, hauls and, you know luxury handbag opening unboxings and things like that. And I like nice things, I like nice places, I like to travel in somewhat style, but I have come to the conclusion, especially after the last 3 years and what we've all been through, that really your health is the most important thing, and the love you have in your life is the most important thing. And for me, a successful life is loving yourself, like really truly loving yourself, flaws and all, as Beyonce would say. Loving someone who loves you in return. That could be your child or your parents or your siblings or a significant other or just your dog or your cat, because they definitely love you back. And then loving what you do, loving the thing that you came here to do on this earth. And that's my definition of success. Not all the fancy houses and the luxury trips and and the fancy clothes. Like that stuff, that's like the cherry on top of the sundae, right? The sundae, the bulk of it is loving yourself, loving others, having someone return that love, because you want to be able to get love too, right? And real love, not conditional love, not, controlling type love. That's not love, right? And then loving what you do. If you don't love what you do and you spend your whole life doing something you don't love, I mean, some people don't have the luxury of being able to do that. And I understand that. I have a lot of privilege in that I can. But anyway, I'm going off on a rant. The point is, my money would be going to help people and provide services and care for people, and not just buying material things, because I'm telling you, at the end of the day, the material thing is not, you can't take it with you. So, you can enjoy it while you're here, but it's not gonna, cure self-loathing or cure hating your job or no, it's not. It's just not. Take me for my word, because I'm an example of that. So anyway, that's it, you guys. I have talked so long, and I'm sorry I was long-winded about the answers. I will try and make this not too long. I mean, it's gonna be long, I'm not gonna lie, but I'll try to edit some of it out so that you won't have to sit through all my rants. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to have you back here as part of my channel. And as I said before, I am starting an art channel. It's called Chenille au Papillon, and that I'll put the link in the description box. So it'll be all about my art stuff, and I mentioned it many times throughout this video. So if you want to keep an eye on that journey, just going over to that channel and subscribe. If you love fashion, home decor, DIY projects, and travel vlogs, this is the channel you can subscribe to. I would love to have you here as part of the family, and I hope you return. And I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are. Hit the subscription bar and the notification bar so you know when I upload my next video. Until I see you next time, take care.